Hey everybody, we are back, the Hurricane HQ, for our 6 p.m. Wait, what? I'm sorry. Sorry about that. For our 2:30 p.m. Major Hurricane Laura update for August 26th, 2020. And as you can see to the left, we have our current forecast cone. And yes, Hurricane Laura is now a Category 4 major hurricane as of 2 p.m. today. That was the latest advisory, and it's now Category 4. And how about everybody, you comment down below, do you think this will actually become a Category 5 hurricane, or do you think it'll stick to Category 4? Comment below and you can get featured next video. Today's comment of the day is from Nightmares, and he says that I do be scared to live in Louisiana, though, and I 100% agree. This is a bad time to live there, and if you do live near the coast, or especially the western part near the coast, even 50 miles inward, I think you probably should consider evacuating. If you do live by the coast, everybody, of Louisiana, and you're in those areas where the storm surge warnings are issued, then you guys should definitely consider evacuating if told to do so, or even if voluntary evacuations are present, because this storm surge is what the National Hurricane Center and NOAA is giving unsurvivable rating if you're in it. And we're seeing storm surge up to 20 feet, so everybody better get ready if you live near the coast. And if you do live in Louisiana and East Texas, you probably should prepare for Category 4 hurricane, possibly Cat 5. We'll have to see. And here is the current Hurricane Laura infrared satellite image, and right now we are seeing it is looking amazing right now. Amazing. Well, it's not good. Should I say that? This is the last 12 hours. It's definitely not good. Just it's looking quite well organized right now. The outer bands are already hitting Louisiana. And we're probably going to have live coverage during this update, so it might be a little longer than usual. Right now, you could definitely see a very well-organized eye towards the end of this, because this eye, it's like, usually you don't see it this well. It's a really defined eye right there. Here's your average forecast tracks for August, and this system actually went through Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic, Cuba, and right into Louisiana, so it's almost taking 2 tracks at once, almost. That's how it feels like. And let's jump right over to our NOAA forecast. We'll refresh it, and right now we have our 2 o'clock advisory, and right now, here's our warnings cone. We have hurricane warnings up for a lot of these areas, hurricane watches also, along with tropical storm warnings issued all the way over to the very eastern tips of Louisiana and very western part of Texas area in these warnings. If you're in a hurricane warning, you guys have to prepare. It's already getting very hard to prepare in this hurricane force winds, which is already starting to affect Louisiana, Texas coastline here. If you guys aren't prepared and you live in that area, definitely prepare immediately. Board up your windows. And definitely consider evacuating if you live anywhere near the coast, even like 30 miles away, near any source of water, any lake or anything, because we're going to see up to 9 feet in those rivers, 9 feet plus. So we definitely have to evacuate those areas. And we're basically going to have it contain or stay as major hurricane status until around 7 a.m. tomorrow. It'll be considered a hurricane, and by 7 p.m. tomorrow, it'll be a tropical storm, and most likely weaken to a tropical depression until it gets right off the New Jersey, Delaware, East Maryland coastline, or possibly could be a tropical storm, bringing tropical storm force winds for this parts of the East Coast. Now, you guys can actually leave your questions in the live chat, and I'll respond to them sometime in the video. To want to let you guys know. And also make sure you comment below, do you think it'll reach Category 5 hurricane status? So, back to our forecast right now. We can see, here's our wind speed probabilities, and they are really high down here. 90+% for tropical storm force. Up here, we even have a decent percent. Possibly tropical storm force winds along the eastern coastline over here. And for hurricane force winds, here it is. We have a very high chance, 90% all the way up to here. So definitely expect that. And along with 50 knot wind speeds, very high around here. So definitely something to watch. And here is where we're going to see these peak surge amounts. And right here, we're now seeing up to 15 to 20 feet of storm surge along the coast right now. And this 15-foot storm surge can even go quite inland area now. All rivers around here definitely could flood. And if you live along one of these rivers, like this river around here or something, definitely evacuate. I believe this is Bay. Yeah, the Johnson Bay. It looks like right here is going to get up to 15 feet of storm surge, which is completely insane. That will destroy your entire first floor of your house. And yeah, that will definitely not be good. Over here, in some of these areas, you could have up to 20 feet, which is above 2 stories. You would be standing on a roof of a 2-story building just to stay away from the storm surge. And then, remember, there's a lot of rainfall falling up to around a foot, I would say. Up to 1 foot to 2 feet. And then, add all the rainfall, all the storm surge, and even the waves, which we're going to take a look at in a few minutes. Then, it will definitely not be survivable on top of your roof. So I would consider evacuating if you're in a peak surge area of up to 20 feet or even 15, even 10 feet I would evacuate because your house could actually collapse in this. It really does depend. We're actually starting to see storm surge along the coastline right now, so definitely go check that out. Oh, also, if you're wondering if you're in a storm surge watch or warning, here's your map, and if you're in any of these pink areas along the Louisiana, Texas area, definitely consider evacuating if you haven't already. And if you're in this area, storm surge watch, prepare for storm surge because it's definitely possible. Maybe not as bad, just definitely get to higher ground if you're right along the beach because possibly up to 5 feet, I guess, in that area. Again, let's look at this thing. So it looks like over here, we can see up to 4 or 5 feet in these areas. So New Orleans, definitely, those floodgates are probably going to have to close in this. And here's actually our storm surge levels. And they have been getting worse over a little bit of time. But we're seeing a lot of above 9 feet in these areas. So if you're in any of these areas in the red, you should check this on your website. Definitely evacuate as soon as possible. And here's our rainfall potential. We're going to see in some areas up to 15 inches of rain, which is it's not too far from 2 feet. I think a max is 2 feet in this area. But if you are in that, then definitely that would not be good, especially if you're in those storm surge areas along the coast. Flash flooding potential is very high. You could see moderate is very high right now because as high as it can go is high, and moderate is kind of high for this area. Usually marginal is kind of alright, but moderate is definitely not something to be in. So I would expect a lot of flooding. Arrival times of winds is already, a lot of these tropical storm force winds are arriving right now. Probably by today, around Wednesday, 8 p.m., we'll be seeing these winds in a lot of this area. It's a very big mass over here. And possibly some of those winds up here, definitely to watch. And yeah, up here you'll probably see it by Thursday, 8 a.m. I'm not totally sure how we're going to do a extreme weather live video tomorrow. I'm probably not going to do it late at night because this video is only really for the U.S. right now, and a lot of the U.S. or everyone in the U.S. is probably sleeping. This is an overnight storm, so if anyone is going to weigh this out, then you guys, I don't recommend sleeping at night, to be honest. Tonight, if you're in this area, if you're in the storm surge area and you didn't evacuate, I wouldn't sleep. I would be prepared to get on top of the roof because 20 feet of storm surge is completely crazy. And hurricane force wind speeds are definitely on the rise. The possibilities in these areas, and that's not all, because then we have our thunderstorm potential right here, and we have for now a slight risk. I believe tomorrow we'll have a higher risk. I believe. Let's just jump over to our Mike's weather page, and it looks like tomorrow. Yeah, well, today we do have that slight risk, so definitely expect this kind of short-lived and not widespread storms, and it's totally possible for these, though. I think it's 100% also possible for that to be bumped up tomorrow or even into tonight, so definitely watch out for that. And it looks like we do actually have another area to watch. I can go over that really quickly, although our main focus is Laura right now. It showed something to watch. Alright, here's our 5-day. There is something to watch right here. It only has a 20% chance of developing, although most of them do start out like that, although I'm not 100% sure. They'll be more favorable later past the next 5 days, so definitely something to watch, especially for the East Coast. ECES was definitely not good, so we have to watch the East Coast very carefully, and the entire United States and Central Atlantic Ocean, we have to watch carefully with that system. And back to Laura. I don't know if I mentioned this yet, but it currently has sustained winds of 140 miles per hour. Its minimum central pressure, 952 millibars, and it looks like 16 miles per hour. It's moving 16 miles per hour towards the northwest, so definitely something to watch there. And right now we can take a look at the trouble tidbits forecast, and most of these models show it going right through here in the European, and anywhere from Virginia all the way up to New Jersey, I would say these tracks go. And I think it's possible for a tropical storm on the East Coast. GFS showing most of these actually heading out to the North Carolina area, while GEFS shows a lot of them really going both directions, so it really doesn't matter. And our intensity guidance doesn't look that updated because it says it's a Cat 3, although right now it's officially a Category 4, but I don't know. I wouldn't use this yet. I think you guys should check later to see. I don't really trust it right now because it doesn't look correct. Here's actually aircraft recon. Looks like these are observations right here. Alright, well, I'm not going to get into that. So now let's just jump right over to windy.com. And first I want to go over waves because I promised everybody I would look at that. And ECM, WF, WAM is showing up to, looks like 36-foot waves near the center. Wave Watch 3, similar to that. I would say around 36. And as this thing does move, it looks like these waves won't really affect this area too much. Possibly some enhanced waves along the coast. It really doesn't matter. Although once water does cover this entire place along the coastline, I think these waves will possibly get over land, and definitely something to watch there. Wave Watch 3, I'm not totally sure. But anyway, let's just take a look at the sea surface temperature. Very warm, very conducive for development all the way up the East Coast and in the Gulf. So definitely something to watch for this other system. And looking at our wind speeds, here's our wind gust forecast. It is very high. I'm saying up to 65 mile per hour gusts is 100% possible. I've never seen this darker. Okay, windy, the ECMWF is showing what's up to 182 mile per hour gusts, which is completely crazy. Maybe slightly higher as it makes landfall. So definitely you guys should expect that. Prepare if you're not prepared already, I would say. And the NAM is also showing kind of high at 130. So anyway, if you guys aren't already prepared, I think it's almost too late for you guys to prepare. Tropical storm force winds are just coming up along the coast right now, and I think if you guys aren't prepared, I think you should probably evacuate. And if you can't evacuate, because the roads are probably going to be kind of filled up, I think definitely just get to the highest floor of your house, or even, I would say, the lowest until storm surge reaches. That's just what I'm saying. Don't go. I wouldn't say go by that though. Look at official info, of course, and I would actually like to take a look at. Oops. So if you guys are wondering, our website, actually, I can just bring this up. The Hurricane HQ forecast website right now has all of the latest data and maps. I actually added a few more maps for this hurricane, along with a disaster supply kit checklist from the FDEM. Saffir-Simpson Twin Scale, and a few videos from the Weather Channel on similar things. So all these videos are from the Weather Channel, just to really help you understand this hurricane. I think you guys should go check it out. And if you want, you could also check our SPC Outlook, where we also have these maps. You can also find our latest live updates and videos here. Let's actually see if this thing's a lot. All right. I wasn't sure if that actually worked. Tropical weather discussion from NOAA, and so much more. So just check out our website, and yep, you can find the latest info there. And actually, this is from Weather Underground, this map, the Wonder Map, and right now it's showing all of the weather stations connected to it. And I would like to just take a look at some of the weather forecasts around Louisiana right now, not New York. I know it's a little bit glitchy right now. Alright, so it looks like this station right here, probably. Alright, this one looks like wind speeds up to 15 miles per hour. Same with gusts so far. And these are actually observations. This is not actually like this is actually what's going on right now. Update 4 seconds ago, and humidity 95%, and that was like precipitation accumulation 12.29 inches. It looks like current temperature is 83 degrees. All right, right now it's blowing 17 miles per hour, the wind from the east-southeast, and I think you guys should also check out Weather Underground. They have a great network of stations you can look at. So it doesn't look like we're seeing too much right now. It doesn't look too bad right now. The wind speeds aren't too bad, I would say. Although definitely they are coming, definitely. And speaking of weather stations, I actually ordered a weather station. It should be coming in the next few days, so I'll actually be adding on to the Weather Underground's map, and hopefully it can help enhance my own forecast and stuff. And yeah, that's basically everything really to cover with Laura right now. All the need to know information. I think you guys should continue to follow these storms, because this thing is definitely possible for a Category 5 hurricane status, and hopefully everyone in this area did evacuate. I say hopefully because I'm not totally sure if everyone did. Just all I'm saying is I hope everyone did. And we're actually seeing a moderate risk tomorrow, I believe, for these thunderstorms. Actually, what I'd like to take a look at is Pivotal Weather. pivotalweather.com, I believe, and they actually have a good SPC outlook. It is experimental. They say use the official ones. I actually do like to use this one. So right now, alright, let's do 4 panel. It looks like right now you can see we have a slight chance down here for that severe thunderstorms, and tornado outlook we have it at 5% right now. Looking quite decent so far, but for some reason it doesn't show wind outlook. I'm not 100% sure. It should be a wind outlook. There should be like a 60% chance right now. or tomorrow's forecast, 4-panel. Not totally sure what's going on, but definitely those tornado outlook and finally the wind outlook. But why isn't it higher? This makes no sense. It shows the Northeast actually getting a lot of thunderstorms, but why? I'm completely clueless right now. The Northeast, tomorrow, definitely watch out for some severe storms. But seriously? Why is the wind outlook up there so much higher than down here? Alright, well, I guess we'll just leave that website, but those graphics were by pivotalweather.com, if anyone's wondering. And I guess that's everything really to cover in this video. If anyone has any questions, you can leave them in the live chat, and I can answer them now if you want. Don't we have any viewers? Well, I guess everybody will watch it after the live view. And I guess I will end this video here. Hopefully everybody enjoyed this update, and I want everybody to stay safe and actually weather the storm. And if you are told to evacuate, actually evacuate. I'm not joking right now. And I want everybody to stay safe in Louisiana and Texas and possibly the entire United States. So thank you everybody for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Stay safe and stay alive from Hurricane Laura down the Gulf. I'll see you guys in the next one. Live long and prosper.